Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce AI Champions. Today I'll be going to talk about how to use functions within the data raptor formula. My today's use case will be for based on a flat list of players. Like in here, if I just see the input of this transform data raptor, like here is the list of players, flat list of players are there. On clicking on execute, I'll be getting a list of objects. So this can be done using Datamapper, but it can't be done out of the box, right? So we need to write some customization on top of this Datamapper. So we'll be using the function. Let me just open this Salesforce documentation. So we can just use this to object array function. So this function will be used in the formula, and in here there are a few parameters we just need to pass, like the custom function to object array converts a list of values without keys to an array of values with keys, right? So if we see, there are no keys, like a name here, name is the key, like there is no key for the flat array, but we just want to add a extra key for this one, like converting into a list of objects. So that's why we just need want to use this function. So there are few parameters, like first parameter is the class name, and the second one is the method name, and the final one, or rather say, we can just pass some kind of input. We can just pass list of, like for my case, like there are list of players. So this list of player nodes needs to be passed as a list into the into that apex, right? And we can just pass key as well. So let me just create a new data raptor transform. So convert custom function example. Let me select interface type as transform, input type JSON, output type JSON. Let me just click on save. So in the input JSON, let me copy this one, and in the formula let me just write this one. And I have created this apex already. So before explaining this apex, let me just invoke it. So in the formula we can just search for this function. So in the function, the first parameter needs to be this one, the apex class name. Then we can just pass the action name. This is the action name, like transform function for my case. And from the transform function, I am just invoking a separate handler method, like convert to player objects. So I'll be discussing very quick after some time. So this, from this transform function, I'm just invoking this one. So let me just put the method name as the transform function, and in here we just need to pass the players, right? These players node need to be passed. So if I just copy this one, and we can just search for list, and this second method list, and in here within the merge syntax we can search, we can paste this one players, and custom result. So formula result path is custom. I have updated with custom result. So this should be taking as the extract input path for the transform mapping. So input JSON path should be this one, custom result, and I can just put any, like custom player result as the output JSON path. And if I just uh, click on execute, I can just get this one, right? So let me just quickly tell you this about the logic for this apex. So so what we are doing, like we are taking a flat list of players, right? Flat list of players names, and transform it into the list of objects, right? And now, so there are entry point. So first of all, this class needs to be global and needs to be implements this callable interface needs to be implemented. And first entry point is the call method. So this is the entry method call, and there are two parameters like action and the arguments. And arguments is of type like map, and action decides which logic to execute. Like if there are multiple uh, method, we can just declare, like we can for like this is transformation function one, and we can in the another if condition we can just put another set of logic like this one. So transform 2, in here we can just call another xyz method we can just invoke. So in that case, this is how we can just separate it out using this action. So this action decides which logic to execute. For our case, transform function was there as the action, and from the transform function I'm just invoking this convert to player objects. And there are three input arguments, like in three maps are there, like input, output and options. Input, we are just getting from the data mapper, right? That data coming in. And output, in the output we are just storing all the results and sending back to the data raptor as a response. And the options like extra configurations. And if I just show you quickly another thing, if I just open the log tab and let me just open the recent log, not this one. Yeah, so we can see that action name is transform function, and action name is transform function. So this method is being invoked from that formula, since I have mentioned is the method name as transform function. And in here we can see that within the arguments, this velocity formula list, within this velocity formula list, all the list of players values are getting stored. So this is how we can just get those information from the input params, right? So if I just open this one, so input parameter, output and options. So in here in the convert to player objects, so from the input parameter we are just getting these arguments. So arguments is nothing but this one, so this one, and just I am making it into a converting it to a map, right? The second argument contains the map of players. So, and since from the map we are just getting this velocity formula list, and we can just iterate over those list of players name, and we can just append our expected key or our required key into those uh, player new list of player names, right? This in this case this name. So this is how we can just simply use or customize our custom function. I'll be adding that this tutorial documentation link in my YouTube description. So thanks for watching. So please stay tuned. Please like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. So